Hey yo. It might start raining again in a second, so it might start getting loud. There's an neighbors outside again. Hello. You gotta see? I'll turn it around. I can hear the sprinkling just started again. Anyway, so, I just met a new neighbor. Oh, damn it, I didn't introduce myself, I didn't do anything, because I just started recording just before he approached me, and then he was asking me what the code for the laundry was, and I didn't want to say it in the video, so I just pushed the buttons in front of him, and then he said it out loud, so then I had to start the whole video again, because I didn't want, obviously there's a lock on the door for a reason, I can't just put it on the internet. God damn it. And then I realized after he walked away that the number he was saying was not the same number that I pushed in. And I was like, wait a minute. And then I went to go and tell him, but he was already driving away. So like, damn it. Well, that was unhelpful of me. Oh well. I'll see him again at some point. I'll be like, hey, sorry about that. Someone's drying. Someone's clothes are in the dryer. So they might show up in the video. Probably not though. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Anyway. Okay, so this morning has been spent watching some more of Mayim Bialik's podcast, because I like the telepathy tapes podcast. It's the thing though, I've only seen a handful, well, less than a handful. The one that I'm watching currently is one with Chris Bledsoe in it, which I only heard of that guy previously because someone that I follow on Facebook called Danielle has been seeing the orbs and stuff that this Chris guy is seeing. So the only reason I heard of him was because this other chick that I was following on Facebook was seeing the orbs as well. And she was taking pictures and she was analyzing the orbs. And then she analyzed orb footage that Chris put up. And she was translating messages from within it, looking at different color thingies, I don't know, technical words and stuff, I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, I heard of him because of this chick that I was just following on my own personal page. And I thought that it was really cool. She was seeing all these orbs and that she was getting footage and recognizing that they're communicating and then actually translating the messages from it. Like, how cool is that? That's fucking boss. I wish I remembered what her last name was on the Facebooks so I could be like, follow her. I don't know. But anyway, and then, so I saw that, so I'd seen a couple of telepathy tapes episodes, and I'm a Big Bang Theory fan, so. By the way, have you started watching Stuart Fails to Save the Universe? So good. Alright, so, yeah, I watched the first episode with Chris on it, and I hadn't actually learned anything about him before. All I knew was that he was a dude that sees orbs. Now I know slightly more about his story because of the first episode with him in it that I watched. And I just started watching the second one as well. But I was so excited because well, fuck, that's right. I was gonna bring my Book of Mormon down because Okay, in this episode, he's talking about how the Bible references aliens, UFOs, things that they're referencing clouds that are nurturing people, protecting people, that the people are following, and it's talking about, they said something about like a tower shaped, no, was that not the word that they used? Is that thunder? Can you hear that? Thunder. Anyway, yeah. It literally like described the shape of the cloud. There's like a tower shaped cloud or some shit. No, I don't know. Anyway, but the thing is, when I first started reading the Book of Mormon, which I actually didn't get any further than that. I only read this one bit that I'm going to talk about, and then I completely forgot. But the testimony of Joseph Smith, or whatever it is, he says that he was visited in the night by this being, this apparition that appeared in a beam of light or whatever, and then it said some stuff and then it disappeared, and then it came back and it said some more stuff and then it disappeared, and it just, the way that I read that whole scene playing out in my head, I was like, this is 100% just like there's an alien craft up there and they're all like, quick, send a hologram or something with this message to the person, right? Because in the book it said that the message was repeated word for word, but then more stuff was added, right? The second time that the dude came back, I'm pretty sure. So then in my head, I'm just like, they had programmed a message to come down and appear before this person, but then he had more questions and they received his telepathic like questions, and then they kind of like added some more information and addressed some things but forgot to remove the original message. So then when they sent the response through, it came back with the entire recorded message and the added on bits. So for me, that's what that was. I'm just like, the aliens are projecting messages down, and the aliens are just us. They're our soul family. They're us, because the human form, as I said yesterday, was designed to be able to hold our soul with the knowledge of being every version of ourselves that we have been in every lifetime, every form that we've lived in, right? Including all the different alien forms. So these aliens that are communicating with us and whatever, they are likely our friends and family from when we were living in those bodies. And they just are aware that it's time for our awakening within the human vessel, so they're helping integrate everything. Right? Yeah. So I was just really excited about that. I have another thing I wanted to talk about. A dream that I had. I'm wondering if I should make those separate videos. Like, should I do that? Separate topics, separate videos. My face says I don't want to do that, apparently. Thinking about that doesn't feel like high vibration. High vibration is what the truest path feels like. Oh, I was talking to Grok earlier about my truest path, and it accidentally corrected to quest path, and I was like, that sounds way cooler. That's my quest path. Yes, I like it. Quest path. Find your quest path. Soul quest. Sorry. But the quest is wholeness within oneself. The quest is everything. That's why they say the journey. Yeah, because there is no destination without the journey. The destination is accumulating the messages, knowledge, information, data from all of the things, all of the lifetimes. That is the whole purpose. Without the experience of the journey, there's nothing to integrate. So life and living it and having as many experiences as you can, but experiencing them deeply, not just like passively. But then both, I guess, because you need the full range for your soul to be ready to come together in the last lifetime. So I'm very excited to watch more on that podcast with Chris Bledsoe in it, and maybe I should probably read his book as well. To be honest, there's plenty of people whose podcasts I should probably watch that I don't even know exist, and so many books that I would probably resonate so much with. I know that taking in more information about these things is going to benefit me and the whole world. I have felt a lot of resistance before, and I am noting the resistance now, but also I'm noting that the resistance is shifting more into excitement, because I know that I've always had issues with giving myself permission to do the thing that feels fun, to do the thing that feels cool and exciting, the thing that I am drawn to, you know? Like, I'm only just realizing in the last few years that not everyone finds the same things cool. And I used to think things are really cool, but think, oh, like, I'm not cool enough to show that I like this. But those things aren't cool to so many people. They're really lame to so many people. And I think it's cool because it's cool to me. So that means that I am allowed to lean into it. I don't know, it's just this weird thing where I was just like, I'm too small and not allowed to do big fun awesome things. Because I guess, holy shit, I just took that back to trauma as a child, and I was like, I knew for a fact that I was interested in doing sexual things when I was a child, and I had all of this confusion around it because I got in trouble because I wasn't supposed to be doing sexual things when I was like 6 years old. I wasn't supposed to be doing that kind of stuff. And that's the kind of stuff I wanted to do. That's the stuff I wanted to do the most. I wanted to do it more than anything else. And I wasn't allowed to, I wasn't supposed to. It wasn't for people my age. It was only for grown-ups, people that had reached a certain level, you know. So then everything after that I started feeling drawn to, like, oh, that's the thing I want to do. That seems familiar, and I want to do that. I carried that same energy of just like, I'm not allowed to, I can't, I'm not big enough, apparently I'm not ready for that, even though I feel like I am. So I think that's just a thing that I just gotta work through. Giving myself permission to do the things. And making sure that I'm processing the way that I feel about doing the things and the way that it's shifting my perspective of self or whatever. To keep reassessing whether it is the correct path. True. It was like fully raining before I left the apartment. I could have used that as an excuse to put off the filming. And then if I did, and then it stopped raining, I would have been like, oh yeah, but no, it will probably start again in a second anyway. So like, there's no way to use it as an excuse to keep putting it off. But no, I was like, fuck, I guess I'm just recording in the rain then. I guess I'll just go to the laundry room and it'll just be really loud because the rain will be on the tin roof. And I'll have to just deal with it, I guess. But no, it stopped raining 16:16 on the timer before I came in here. So, I know I said in one of my last videos that I was going to work a routine around watching Stargate, and I didn't do that. I watched Star Wars instead, and Star Trek. I didn't end up watching Stargate, but I did look at the movie that I have the other day, like the DVD. I picked it up, and then I wondered if I'd seen it. I must have, right? But then I was going through my gallery, and then I saw a picture of it again, and I'm like, well, if it keeps popping up in my vision, maybe that means I'm supposed to watch it. And then I said I was meant to watch Stargate, so maybe it's just the movie. And maybe there's information in there that I need to know, because I've been getting all these connections to ancient Egypt in the readings, and I'm supposed to be exploring my past lives there. The drawings on my hand from yesterday is still there. I need to wash it off. Yeah. I feel like it's time to stop recording now, but I don't wanna. I wanna keep talking to you for a couple more minutes. The rain is about to pick up. Or is that why it's time for me to stop recording? I also need to poop. Peace. Life is good. Peace, I said. Peace. Not piss. Peace. Life is good. What does that mean? Nothing. It's not what I said. Leave me alone. What do you mean? Beautiful. Anywho, I'm gonna go. Love you.